Freedom of speech is something that is under attack right now in ways that should alarm every single one of us, not just in America, but across the world, and it is something that absolutely needs to be addressed immediately. Take, for example, this very real bill that was proposed in Missouri. Now, regardless of where you stand on this issue, this should absolutely send chills down your spine. The Vulnerable Child Compassion and Protection Act would make it a felony offense for teachers to engage with their students using their preferred pronouns without parental consent. Let that sink in. We are talking about criminal charges for a teacher simply addressing a student the way they wish to be addressed. Have we absolutely lost our minds? We seem to have forgotten the single most fundamental principle on which this country was built: open debate. I mean, my God, there is a reason the very First Amendment, the most important amendment, is the right to free speech. What makes this country what it is, what makes it the land of the free, is our ability to express our opinions openly, our thoughts and our beliefs, regardless of whether they're popular or not. To silence someone, to take away their right to speak their mind, is the single most un-American thing you can possibly do. And yet, somehow, we've reached a point where it seems that many of us, including the very people we have elected to represent us, have forgotten this seemingly fundamental truth about what it means to live in this beautiful country. And frankly, this isn't just one side. Both political parties are equally guilty. Both try to force their beliefs onto the other. Both have tried to silence and suppress and make a mockery of speech they do not like. But have we really forgotten what happens when you try and silence the voices of those you disagree with? When you refuse to hear the other side in full? When you shut yourself off from different perspectives? What happens is you lose the ability to think critically, to weigh right from wrong. And that is how free societies collapse. Democracies don't crumble overnight. It happens slowly, one freedom at a time. A little restriction here, a little suppression there, and before you know it, bam, the thing you thought could never happen has happened. That is exactly how history repeats itself. Not because we don't know better, but because we refuse to believe that it could happen to us. We close our eyes, we shut our ears, and we convince ourselves that we are somehow immune to the same fate that has destroyed countless other free societies before us. And if you truly believe that we are past that, past war, past genocide, past the erosion of freedoms, past the slow, deliberate dismantling of everything we hold dear, then, well, you are beyond naive. Ask the European Jews of just 80 years ago what happens when just a right is taken here or a liberty is taken there. Nothing to worry about, right? It'll all blow over. Until it didn't. Until, year by year, their schools were taken, their books were burned, their homes and businesses were stripped away. Until they were forced into ghettos, marked like animals, and then one day, a decade later, everything they had ever known was gone. Their humanity, their dignity, their families, everything. We have to wake up and remember who we are and what it is we stand for. Because I assure you, if we continue down this road, silencing the voices we disagree with, allowing fear to justify the erosion of our freedoms, this country will inevitably fall. And when it does, it won't be at the hands of some foreign power, but by our own refusal to see the warning signs staring us right in the face.